Hey everybody, gonna do a video about my DS collection. I don't really have that big of a DS collection, but I'll show you anyways. And I got this one, the system, about a year ago, probably a little over a year, and it's the blue one there. You can see that, and the DS Lite, and I got it really cheap because there's a big sale. I think I paid like $60 for it, and it was brand new, so I'm real happy for it. And sometimes I take it on trips, but I'm thinking maybe not this much, so it'll last longer. I'm just kind of worried about the hinge breaking a lot on it, but yeah, I've made so many of them, so I guess it won't be that big of a deal. And so I don't have too many games, but as you can see, if you can't figure it out yet, I got Animal Crossing, which is pretty much the game that's always in my system. And I think I'm on the second house so far, second house upgrade. And versus the GameCube one, it seems like it's taken a lot longer to acquire all the bells needed to upgrade my house. I think there's like eight different upgrades too, from what I saw online. I was doing all the mining the trees, but that's taken forever. So I have about 100,000 bells, I guess that's what they're called, and bought a lot of turnips. So maybe get my house paid off soon, but. That's about all there is to do in the game. I kind of miss not having the NES games in there. And I have a bunch of I have Game Boy Advance games as well, so I'll go through those first. And the first one I got is let's see that the best way to do that is Star Wars: Flight of the Falcon. And my camera isn't the best there, but you can almost make it out if you squint. And that's kind of arcade flight game, but it's really simplistic and very kind of generic. The graphics are quite horrible, I do have to say. I think the Super Nintendo could easily do some better graphics on it. And there's this one board, I think it's the second board, where you're in a land speeder going through Tatooine, and the depth perception on that is it's really horrible. So maybe I'll show you guys a little video of that sometime. And I got that one. Forgot where I got this one at. And next up I got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I remember I bought this one new. I think I paid like 25 for it back in the day, and it was, excuse me there. It's a really fun RPG game, kind of like Paper Mario, Mario RPG, kind of in that same vein, but you team up with Luigi, so some parts are kind of confusing, but after a while you get the hang of it, and I'm probably halfway through it. I haven't played it in a while, so hopefully I can remember where I left off. And I got Banjo-Kazooie, Grunty's Revenge, I think. And this is a fun game. It's kind of like an overhead platformer, and I played it for a little while. It's not the greatest, I guess. I get kind of bored of it, but I gotta look at it again sometime and see what I think. And you got Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. This is a game kind of like Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo, if you guys are familiar with that one. And the graphics are really slick looking back when I got this, and I did beat this, and there's some pretty fun boards. Although it does get a bit repetitive after a while. And the last Game Boy Advance game I got is Pitfall: The Lost Expedition. And this is kind of like the Banjo-Kazooie game, same kind of style, but this one you seem to tend to get lost a lot more. And there's also a lot of pickups that are kind of hard to find, so that's kind of been a little bit of annoying. Play that. Forgot what level I'm on. I think 3 or something. And my other DS games are, you got Clubhouse Games. Another fun one to have, just to play around. It's great if you can find somebody to play with. Playing by yourself works on some of the games, like the pool. I just don't know why they don't have regular 8-ball in there. It's kind of a cheap out, I think. And some of the other kind of off-the-wall games are fun. But the card games, they don't really work because it's hard to track and see what the computer's doing to plan your strategy, you know, and all the mannerisms. And it's just not, I mean, it's a lot funner playing with people. But that one is online, if anybody still plays that. And I got Dig Dug Digging Strike. And I bought this one new as well. I don't have the boxes anymore because they got stolen. And I used to have the original DS, the blue one. So that's why I bought a blue one again. But but it got stolen, so. And this Dig Dug game is pretty fun. It's alright, you know, I give it like a C. And then I got Advance Wars, Dual Strike. This is a pretty tough game. You gotta keep up with it to get your strategy down. And in some ways, I kind of like the one that was on the Game Boy Advance a little better. I think the Dual Strike part of it kind of makes it cheap a little bit, but there's so much to manage in it. And I got the Herbs Sims in the City, and well, I think I paid $10 for this one at GameStop or whatever, and it just drives me crazy because how do you not have the boxes for, you know, like the DS has awesome cases, so you know you go to GameStop or whatever, and they have countless DS games without boxes or instructions, and I find that a little bit bizarre. And but this is a fun game. This is one of the launch titles, I think, and my brother had it, and I was so amazing at the time for a handheld, I thought. And of course they had the one on the computer, but there's something about this game. I really like it, and I pretty much beat it, but there's this really bad glitch in the game that won't let you complete one of the club missions. So that really bummed me out, and I haven't played it since I found that out. But I got through all the story missions. There's just like these side ones that are kind of nagging at me that I can't really beat unless I start over. And the last one I got is Zelda Phantom Hourglass. And I played this one for a bunch of hours, but still got a long way to go. And this one game was kind of tiring because you have to use the stylus to move around. And while that is fun, it doesn't make for, you know, hurts my hand to play it for a very long time, so got to get through that one still. So all these games, the ones I've beaten, pretty much the Herbs so far. And I mean, I guess you can't really beat Clubhouse games or the Animal Crossing. And quick ratings, I guess, on the games, if you guys are wondering. I'd probably give Star Wars, I'd probably give that one a B. Or no, sorry, that one. The Falcon game, I'd give that a D. Not an F because Star Wars gets one automatic grade level. Mario and Luigi, give that like a B+. Same with Star Wars Trilogy. Pitfall, probably give that a C. Banjo, probably a C. Clubhouse, you know, B. And all the rest of the games, pretty much a B. But there's my quick little DS collection. Don't have too many games so far, and I haven't really bought any in years. The only thing I bought, like I said, I got my DS like a year ago, and I rebought Herbs because that was my brother's game. So I bought those two things there are the last things I bought since about 2008 or something like that. So it's been a while, but glad to get back into it, and I hope to get some more games soon.